Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Johanna. For those of you who are new here, welcome. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. In today's video, I'll be doing this month's edition of the Start Small, Spread the Love tag. And if that is of interest to you, please stay tuned. Okay, so if you guys are new here, this is a monthly tag that I will be doing the last Friday of the month. I'm actually filming a couple of videos today. I am in the office. It is during my lunch break, and so this will actually be hopefully a little quicker than it has been in the past. And I'll go into the difference between the Start Small and the Spread the Love. But at the end of this video, I'll also give you a tip. If you are a small channel or thinking about starting a small channel here on YouTube, on how you can potentially try to get more engagement by way of comments. I'll have everything time-stamped in the description box as well as the pinned comment. So if you're only interested in one or two of these things, then you can just go ahead and skip ahead accordingly. All right, here we go. Hi guys, Editing Johanna here. So I forgot to mention, I will put this up on Instagram, but my members chose the May 2022 group buddy color Out of the Way Home, and I'll insert a picture right here. You can also go to my Instagram page. The link will be in the description box. You can also go to my community tab. It will also be posted there by the time this video goes out. And so this is the picture that the members chose. Now, in order to choose the monthly picture, you do have to be a member of my channel, but in order to participate in the group buddy color, you just need to have the coloring book. So I don't want to get that confused. And when I do my membership video in just a minute, that will be going out on May 1st, then I'll talk a little bit more about membership, and I'll also talk about how it works on my channel and some of the perks. All right, so Editing Johanna, taking you back to your regularly scheduled video. So the Start Small tag was something that I started the latter part of 2021 by way of using my channel to go ahead and promote just other small channels that I enjoy. Now the channels today are all coloring book channels, but when I do this on a monthly basis, they don't necessarily have to be. The only criteria for me for the Start Small tag is that they have less than 1,000 subscribers. Now, when I get to the Spread the Love tag, I'll tell you how that's a little bit different, and that was started actually by Just Being Beth, but I'll talk about that in just a bit. So I do have a list, and these are channels that I watch. For the last month, maybe month and a half, I have not been really good at leaving comments. I've been more of a lurker status. I've just not been in the headspace to leave comments, or they're just very short. I know that comments can be very helpful to channels, but a lot of times I'm just watching and then watching and then watching. And I usually watch at 2 times speed just so that I can get through a lot of different content when I am on YouTube. So these are channels that I watch. If you are these channels, you may not necessarily have seen comments from me, but I do enjoy your content. I do enjoy your coloring. So the first one is a bit of an outlier, and only because the last time I heard her talk about it, she had mentioned that her channel was less than 1,000 subscribers. I just assumed it was more because her subscriber count is hidden. That is a feature you can do in YouTube. So I just assumed because of her talent and her effervescence that she had more. So I did want to put her on the list, and that is Ja Coloring. Now I'm always going to refer to people by their channel names, just because it can get a little confusing when their actual names, and some of them I know and some of them I don't, are much different. Like my name's Johanna. My channel name is Johanna, so it's kind of a riff on that, but I think more people just call me JoJoza just because it links to something that you might see here on YouTube. So again, if I don't say the actual person's name, that's just because I think it can cause a little bit of confusion. So definitely go ahead and check out Ja Coloring. All of the channels that I'll be mentioning will be linked in the description box below, so you can just click on them, go to their homepage, and then just check out the kind of videos or playlists they have available. The second channel that I wanted to shout out is Live Long and Color. The third channel that I wanted to shout out was Linda Learns to Color. The fourth channel, and I actually saw a video about a month ago where she shows how she does disc binding so that her double-sided books have easier access and you can actually get into the spine, and I just thought that was ingenious. And that is the J.I. Colorist. And then the final channel that I want to shout out in this Start Small tag is The Humanity. Now, I'm going to go on a little bit of a tangent with this one because the channel, not the channel name, but the name that I see in comments, I always am quite intrigued by, especially if it's very clever. And The Humanity's YouTube name, I think that's better to explain it, is both interesting by way of what it says, but then her little thumbnail icon thing, it's also really interesting. And so occasionally I click on those names, because then if they have a YouTube page, it actually will take you there. And if they have videos, then you can go that way. And sometimes that's how I find channels. Now, the reason I'm telling you all this is The Humanity is actually Evers from Evers Coloring Corner. She had a YouTube channel towards the ending of 2021, and then she went on hiatus, and then she came back under this new name. And I don't know where I was, because I thought I was following her on Instagram. I don't know if she just renamed her old channel or just started a new channel, but I'm like, oh, it's Evers. And I really enjoy Evers' work. I enjoy her approach to coloring. And I thought it was a really clever name that made me click on the name, that got me to her channel, that made me realize, oh wait, I know you. So definitely go and check out Evers from The Humanity. So those are the names that I am recommending this month. And again, all of these are in the coloring book community. Now for future months, they may or may not be. It's just as I'm watching things, I write notes down in my Hobonichi journal. And so, yeah, just it depends on what I'm writing for that day. If I seem like I'm stumbling or fumbling, I ate lunch a little bit ago, and I don't seem to do well by way of talking with a full stomach. I don't know what that is, but you know, time is of the essence, so let's get through this. The Spread the Love tag was started in the beginning of this year, 2022, by Just Being Beth. I will link her channel below. And it's a riff, or just a very similar vein, where Beth wanted to use her platform to kind of shout out channels, but she wasn't limiting it to channels that were less than 1,000 subscribers. Because let's be honest, if you're a content creator, you're always happy when people acknowledge, you know, what you're doing and your vibe and all of that. And so she just really wants to spread the love to just other YouTube channels. And she also wanted to share some of that with artists and whatnot in the community. So what I'll be doing is I'll be sharing some channels that I watch, big, small, or otherwise, doesn't matter. And then I'll also share a coloring book artist that I have been enjoying of late, as well as a journal company that I enjoy. And then again, the final bit we're going to do in this video is I'll give you a tip on comment engagement. So the first name I have on my list is A Cluttered Life. I definitely would recommend to check out her channel. She has both completed pages. She's a coloring book channel, or a color tube channel. I think that's the official term for it. But she also has some methods on what she does, and she does this thing with water-based markers where she kind of scumbles it, but in multiple colors. And while she was doing it, I'm like, no, it's not going to work. I know you've shown other work where you've used that method, but you must have done it differently, because no, that's not going to work. And then it does. So it's one of those things, like, you got to trust the process. You got to trust I'll call it life, knows what she's doing. So definitely go and check out her channel. Rachel Henderson is the queen of the little vignette color alongs. She is a posting phenom because I see that she works in just little pieces of Joanna Basford, little pieces, I think, of Rita Berman. I know that they're little parts of coloring books, so it's not big and intimidating, and it's a really easy thing to watch, but she also gives you ideas on how to shade it and do whatnot. I am very much a lurker on Rachel's channel, but I highly recommend that you go and check her out. Now, this next one is not a coloring book channel. In fact, it's not an English speaking channel. It is a Korean channel, but it does have English subtitles, and it's called One Meal a Day. And this channel, I think, started back in 2020, perhaps 2021. All I know is it was recommended on my homepage, and over a course of a few months, the channel absolutely exploded. The videos are usually no more than like 5 to 7 minutes in length, highly edited, beautifully done. She shows one meal that she's preparing. Most of it is very accessible by way of either ingredients or just process, and it's a really interesting watch to me, so I would highly recommend that channel. I recommend My Little Journal. Now, she does bullet journal type spreads, and she is so very neat. That's the best thing I could describe her with by way of her layout. She definitely has a particular aesthetic that is very decorative to me, but it's not necessarily a lot of hand drawing. In the bullet journal community or the journal community, there is a lot of hand drawing, so you'd think that, you know, if you want to do it with any kind of style, that you'd have to do it that way as well. She uses a ton of stamps, but she's very organized, she's very meticulous, and I just love her style, so I would definitely recommend her channel. It's because of her that I'm giving myself a goal to read a little bit every single day, and I think so far for 2022, I've missed like 3 or 4 days, which I think is a great accomplishment for me personally, because I've gone for years where I might have read 3 days out of the entire year. So I like that she mentioned that in her own reading journal, and it's something that I track in mine. So I don't know, I'm quite happy with that. The next channel I wanted to recommend is Amazon Tammy. Now, Amazon Tammy actually has kind of 2 different veins going on in her channel. She does have coloring book content. That's how I found her. But lately, I've noticed that she's done a lot of crafting or journaling or junk journaling type videos, and they're just phenomenal. Again, another channel that I lurk on. And then the final channel I wanted to recommend is a tangent channel. I guess that's the best way to call it. And that's from my friend Emma of Emma Colors 2020. Emma Colors 2020. Yeah, she did make a separate card making channel just to keep her 2 different hobbies separate, and there's only a few videos on there. I mean, besides doing fantastic coloring, Emma also works full-time, so definitely go and check her out and just help her along as she grows that side of her hobby passion. Now, the artist that I wanted to recommend is Morgan O'Brien. Now, Morgan O'Brien is the artist of that really cute Grogu coloring book that I'm doing my group buddy color on. He has the matchstick mouse, he has the one that's Animal Crossing related, and just yesterday I saw videos from Pixie's Projects and Anne of Pretty Colors 71 that he has some dinosaur books out there. Now, I'm not a dinosaur fan, so those aren't books that I'm going to be picking up, even though they're super cute. But I really like his style. And you can really tell that he has a specific style, because even though there's what, 5 now? So there's the matchstick mouse, there's the Grogu, the Animal Crossing, and the dinosaur. That's 4, but his style runs through all of those different veins of coloring books. So I definitely would recommend Morgan. I will link his Instagram page below, and the journal company that I'd want to recommend to you guys is Maisie Lane Co. Now, I'm not an affiliate with Morgan. I'm not an affiliate with Maisie Lane Co. But these are just artists or products that I enjoy. So I wanted to go ahead and just get it on your radar. For Morgan, like I mentioned, I'll just put his Instagram. If you're interested, you can find him on Amazon. I'm not going to put any affiliate links. I'm not trying to sell you anything. And then for Maisie Lane Co., I'll do the same. I'll put the website, and if you're interested, go ahead and check it out. They will ship anywhere across the world. Of course, you will pay for shipping costs. Again, not affiliate sponsored or anything. There's just two that I really wanted to recommend to you guys. And then finally, to end the video, I did want to mention a tip. Now, I use a plugin on my computer called TubeBuddy, and it helps me in a variety of ways. And if I were interested in doing keyword searching and things like that, it helps me there. But it also gives me recommendations on things that I can do to make my videos more successful. Now, it doesn't speak to the content, it just speaks to some administrative things. Now, one of the things it recommends is pinning a comment, because a pinned comment means someone has left a comment. Now, in tangent with that, if you've noticed on my videos, in every single one, the pinned comment is a comment that I have made. It does include my current members. It does include information on how to join membership. It includes information if you're seeing like a white screen, how to fix that. But it also includes a question. And research shows that if you ask your audience a question, then you are more likely to get a response by way of a comment than if you just leave that blank. And so in every single one, while I'm doing my editing or my scheduling, so long as I'm on a PC or a laptop, because I have not seen this function on the phone, I will do all of the admin stuff in YouTube Studio, and then I'll save it. I will click it as an unlisted video, and then I'll save that. I'll go to the actual video, copy and paste whatever I need to in my comment section, ask the question. Either it's a question from a video or a random question, doesn't matter, it just needs to be a question. I'll save that, I'll pin that, I'll heart it, I'll like the video, and then I'll get out of it and I'll go back to YouTube Studio, and then I'll schedule it out, because you can only leave comments on either public or unlisted videos. You can't do it on private videos. And that's a way that you can schedule that all to happen, especially if you're scheduling out your videos. But asking a question in your comment section kind of breaks the ice. And so your viewers aren't thinking of something to leave a comment by. They're just responding to something that you've asked them. Now, is it going to get a ton of engagement? No, yes, but it's more likely to break the ice than just having no question at all. So if it's something that you can do, especially since you do need a PC or laptop in order to do that function, if you're trying to do it as a scheduling tool, if you are going public, then you can actually just go to your comments on YouTube and do it then. But for me, since I do try to schedule my videos out at least the day before, that just helps me so that I don't have to remember to go back to the video and put all of that information in. All right, guys. Well, I hope this was useful. I hope you go ahead and check out the channels in this video. And as always, aloha.